Two, what is up, family? Hey, I am happy to be back with another video. I could not stay away from you guys too long, so I am happy to be back. Today, I want to do a video focused around fragrances that maybe wasn't a love at first sniff. Maybe it was a like and it turned into a love, or maybe it was something you couldn't really understand, but grew to probably appreciate more and more over time. I got a few fragrances here that fits that bill for sure. And I know we all have those fragrances. I know we all. This fragrance thing is a journey. It is a journey. What you like now may not be the same as what you like tomorrow, or what you hate now may be a love tomorrow. It is that kind of thing. Your nose is always going to mature and grow to appreciate different things more and more throughout your fragrance journey. I'm sure there's a lot of people that when they first started their journey, they might not have loved oud, and now they might appreciate oud. Take my pop, for instance. Care not much for oud at all. Not even a oud like for oud would. He couldn't find appreciation in that kind of oud. So he definitely wasn't going to appreciate the funkier stuff. But hey, as of late, it is something that he is catching on to and starting to really appreciate. We all have those experiences, needless to say. So I have 8 here that definitely fit that bill for me. Some maybe I started out liking and grew to love, or maybe some I couldn't really necessarily understand, but I grew to like it and appreciate it. Let's get right into it, guys. I think it's going to be a great one. Hey man, y'all know how we do it. Stay tuned. We locked in.
Big shout out to one of the homies that holding me down. My supporters, Bray. Shout out to my smell good men, so he knows it all. Shout out to everybody. Feel me? He keep me on deck. I got shiny mouth. That's why I smell so good. You hear me? YouTube. So where should I start, man? Let me just start by saying I miss you guys. I've been a little busy. Guys, let's just get right into it. We're going to start it off with a designer one. This is actually my favorite from the house. I smelled others that people would consider probably better than this one. I smelled maybe 4 that people will consider probably better than this one from the house. This is the one that I like the most. Actually, when I first smelled it, I wouldn't say it wasn't a like for me. It was a intriguing scent. It was something about it that just kept me coming back to it, kept smelling it. Maybe spray a little bit here and just wear it throughout the day and just see how I feel about it. And this is one that I've actually grown to really appreciate and really like. I am talking about from the house of Hugo Boss. This is Boss Parfum. Guys, it is a awkward scent, but it is just something intriguing about it that I like. It is a beautiful weirdness to this fragrance, man. It really is, but I've really grown to appreciate it. Now, this does have some typical designer vibes, but hey, out of all of the Hugo Bosses that I smelled, this is the one that I think has the most going for it. Is as unique enough to me. It has edge to it. It has a classiness to it and a professional kind of feel to it. Now, I believe there is some orris in here, and I think some fig tree. It's just this very earthy feel to this fragrance. It's kind of hard to explain, in my opinion. I just know that this is one that is it's an intriguing scent, needless to say, guys. I want to know you guys' thoughts on this. What are your thoughts on the Parfum? I know there are more popular ones out there. Maybe Scent the Magnetic, Hugo Boss Scent Magnetic, maybe the Elixir. But hey, man, this is the one that I like the most out of all of those, man. I actually put a nice little dent in here. I don't think you can see that, but guys, this is one that is, I would say, give this a sample. It's never a bad thing to sample anything. Hey man, give this a sample, see how you feel about it, and let me know if you have the same experience with me. Do you feel the same about it as me? Guys, that is once again Hugo Boss Parfum. Next up, guys, is one from one of my favorite houses. Has a lot of offerings for any and everybody, but this particular one, when I first smelled it, didn't know necessarily what to think about it. But I'm not gonna lie, as time went on, it grew on me. When you get a fragrance, you don't want to just let that first experience be the only experience. Sit it down, come back to it once or twice, see how it makes you feel, and just keep coming back to it. I guarantee, if not, every fragrance is not going to do that for you, but I guarantee there will be some that you come back and you grow to appreciate it, and then you can't find that aspect in it that was bad to you. When it happens in that moment, it could change your whole perspective on fragrances and the journey that we take with fragrances. But needless to say, guys, this is from the house of Mancera. This is Black Gold. Now, I know this is a popular one from the house. A lot of people seem to love this one. I've grown to appreciate that lavender and that cinnamon quality. When I first smelled it, I thought that was an odd and just a weird mixture. It was just very lavender and cinnamon heavy to me. That was all I could seek out. In a fragrance, if it's bad to me, I can't smell anything but the bad. Like with Portrait of a Lady, some of you might have heard me explain how it smells to me. To me, it smells very, very acidic, like cat urine or something like that. And once I seek out something like that I don't like, I can't smell nothing else. I'm saying that to say, guys, sometimes you'll come across scent profiles that definitely deserve a second chance, and you can grow to appreciate a fragrance. Don't just give up on a fragrance on a first impression. Sure, I know first impressions is big, and it is, because the first impression of a fragrance can be the deciding factor for most. But I would say just hold off on that initial judgment. Sit it down for a few weeks, come back to it, and see what happens. But this is definitely another one that fits that bill for me. I know a lot of people like this, and some people even think this is gatekeep worthy. This is a gatekeep worthy fragrance. Hey, it is nice. It is a classy scent. It is something about this, though. It is an intriguing scent. It really is. Once again, guys, from the house of Mancera, that is Black Gold. Coming up is one that when I first smelled it, it was a like. It grew into a love. But I can definitely see why people might not necessarily like this fragrance or agree with how it smells, or it can be a turnoff for some. I am talking about from the house of Parfums de Marly. This is Layton Exclusive. Now, this is a fragrance with some edge. Needless to say, this, I believe it's civet and some oud in here that gives it this bite that I know that a lot of people probably can't handle. But to me, guys, this is, oh my God, it's beautiful. I love the edge that this fragrance has. To me, this is the better of the two. I like the more grown-up aspect to this fragrance, the more mature aspect to this fragrance. Oh man, this is good. I love that oud bite, that civet, that almondy type of thing that this has going on. Oh man, this is a good one, guys. I would say this is not one you should blind buy. Any of these fragrances that I'm speaking on, don't blind buy it. Please sample first. You're gonna thank me later. But yeah, man, this is one that I've grown to appreciate. It is a classic. It is a staple in my fragrance collection for sure. This is one that I wear when I really want to stand out from the next person. If you want to stand out, Layton Exclusive is a good way to stand out and separate you from the rest, for sure. Once again, guys, from the house of Parfums de Marly, that is Layton. Coming up next, guys, I have a designer. Now, a lot of people, it is mixed reviews about this fragrance. Some like it, some love it, some hate it, and some is neutral about it. When I first smelled it, I honestly knew that this is one that could have potential to grow on me. And you know those fragrances when you come across something that maybe I can appreciate it more and more down the line. I can see myself growing to really enjoy this fragrance. And this is one that was definitely one of those for me when I first smelled it.
I ain't talking about from the house of YSL. This is Mancera. It is something about this fragrance, man. I don't know if people perceive it how I perceive it. To me, I know it's none of this, what I'm about to explain in here, but overall, the whole concoction put together, what does it smell like? To me, it has like this licorice smell. Candy kind of licorice, dark licorice. I don't know if I'm the only one that gets that. I definitely want to know what you guys think. But yeah, I'm here for it. I like it. It has a nice bite, a nice little sting to it. I like it. I love a fragrance with a nice bite, some edge, some grit to it. And this definitely has some edge and grit to it. Out of all of the YSLs that I've smelled, this is definitely one of my favorites. This is one that is probably not everybody's favorite, but I think if you give it a shot, you give it a chance, this is one that could definitely grow on you as well, guys. Once again, from the house of YSL, that is myself. Oh, and I believe the Parfum is out. I do need to check out the Parfum. Next up, guys, this is one that, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Ooh, this was one that was just a no for me, but I kept coming back to it. It probably took me over a year to really appreciate this fragrance. When I say it, you can learn to love a fragrance. You absolutely can learn to appreciate a fragrance. One that you would think you would never ever enjoy. You sit that baby on the back burner for some while, you come back to it, you're gonna be like, yo, this is a different fragrance. That has happened many of times, guys. Many of times. I cannot stress this enough how many times I kept coming back to this fragrance. Coming back. Because it's an expensive fragrance. And I'm not one to get a fragrance and sell it. Once I buy it, it's mine. I'm going to keep it. No matter if I like it or love it. I'm just going to have it or give it away to somebody, like a friend or a family member, something like that. Guys, this is one that when you see this fragrance, some of y'all going to understand exactly what I mean. Some of y'all absolutely love it because it is a hype one in this house. I am talking about from the house of Xerjoff. This is Alexandria II. I'm gonna give y'all my guy's suits impression. Oh, I just got hit it one time. Oh, gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Suits be having a little rag trying to wipe off the DNA. What do you call it? Codenaming bottles, trying to get rid of the evidence. Oh, let me just hit it one time. Absolutely gorgeous. That is gorgeous, fam. But no, let me stop playing, guys. But Alexandria II is one of those fragrances that have definitely shocked me. I've grown to appreciate it. When I first smelled this, guys, it smelled like broccoli and cinnamon. It has this vegetal smell with this cinnamon. I believe there's a cinnamon note in there. And I believe there's some type of vegetal kind of aspect to this fragrance. If you look up the notes, I don't know it right off the bat. I haven't looked up the notes since I bought the fragrance. It came off as like a funky broccoli and cinnamon smell. But guys, now when I search for it, it's like my nose has disguised what I used to hate about it. And now I cannot find that horrible aspect that I felt about this. It's crazy how this journey works. But yeah, guys, this is one that has definitely grown on me. This is one that is super hyped from the house, and since it's hyped, people think that this is a easy blind buy. No, do not blind buy this. This is one you absolutely have to sample if you're even thinking about buying this fragrance. Please do not blind buy this. Please sample. I know this is a hype one from the house, but this is not a easy going DNA. So definitely sample this one if you're thinking about Alexandria II. The vibe that I get from here, guys, I get like an Italian boss type of smell, Italian mafia type of guy. It just has that kind of vibe to it. And it is an Italian house, so I think that's what they were going for. I mean, they absolutely captured it to me. It definitely has this dapper Italian mob, Italian boss type of vibe to it. Hey man, so I would definitely say sample it, because you'll never know until you sample. Until you get your nose on it, you'll just never know. You'll never know. But yeah, guys, once again, from the house of Xerjoff, this is Alexandria II. You gotta say it like that, Alexandria.
to, oh, let me hit it one more time. Absolutely gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Okay guys, so next up is a fragrance from one of my favorite houses. This is one of the houses that when I discovered it, I just kept deep diving into the house. And this is the first one that I got, and now I blind bought this, so the first one that I got, it was like kind of iffy about it, but I've grown to really love it. I mean, this is not one that is harsh or has a DNA that is just like hard to wrap your nose around or anything. It is just one that I thought when I first smelled it, it was kind of, I thought it was simple and basic, but honestly guys, the simplicity to this fragrance is what I actually love about it. Now I am talking about from the house of Initio. This is Blessed Baraka. This is, simply put guys, a very beautiful, simple, ambery fragrance. It is a well done amber fragrance. It is not a super dark, rich type of amber, almost animalic type of amber. It is nice, subtle, has a sweetness to it, has a nice charm to it. It is absolutely a gorgeous amber scent, and it has become one of my favorite ambers to this day. I love Initio, I love the work, I love the house, I love the longevity on their fragrances, I love the smell of their fragrances, I love their bottles, everything about the brand I simply love. And this is one that has grown into a love for me guys. I think you ought to sample Blessed Baraka if you haven't. It is definitely probably top 5 from the house for me. Top 5, maybe 6, around that area, man. Hey, it's a great one. You can't go wrong with trying to sample this one, for sure. It is a likable fragrance, and I think a lot of you guys out there could probably appreciate this one. So once again guys, from the house of Initio, that is Blessed Baraka. So let's get down to the next fragrance. This is from a house that I absolutely am in love with. I love this fragrance house. I love their work. I love that they go all out. They're original and screams quality. I mean, this house is almost second to none, honestly. But this fragrance here, when I first got it, I'm like, it was a like, but it grew into a love. So when I first got it, it kind of gave me a mature pop kind of vibe, but no, it was nothing like that. It was just a very elegant and classy scent. I am talking about from the house of Amouage. This is Jubilation 25, and the dent don't lie on this one. And guess what? It never did. So shout out to Goldie. Man, this is just a beautiful, very classy smelling fragrance, man. It smells like royalty. To me, the dry down is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, let me just hit it one time. It is gorgeous. But no, man, this, I mean, I do want to smell it, honestly. I love the dry down of this. It becomes this very clean, musky fragrance. Man, this is just one that it just literally smells like royalty. It's gonna smell like a royal prince. Both the men's and the women's, they're both just classy and just opulent styles of fragrance. I love both of them. I do prefer the woman's version a little, not even a little bit more. The woman's version is my favorite Amouage to date. Hey man, you see the dent? This is one that I've definitely grown to love. I would say the only thing that I do not like about this fragrance particularly is the longevity. I wish I could get a little bit more out of the longevity in this, but hey man, I love the DNA so much. It doesn't really bother me. I know when I put this on, I'm gonna smell classy. I wanna smell like a gentleman. I wanna smell phenomenal, and nobody else is gonna smell like me. Guaranteed. So once again guys, from the house of Amouage, that is Jubilation 25. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Okay guys, coming from my favorite, I would say favorite. I mean, some days I flip-flop,
But man, I mean, when it comes to this house, guys, anything they drop, I'm willing to bond by it. I just love the house that much. I don't care if I come across a fragrance that I don't like from the house. I love the brand so much that I just plan to have all of their fragrances. I really love this house. I love they put out great work. Great work, phenomenal work, beautiful fragrances. But this is one, when I first got it, I had to kind of scratch my head a little bit. It's a fougere. I wanted that kind of fougere sweetness. Y'all know that kind of sweet shaving foam kind of smell that a fougere can have sometimes. But it didn't have that. But it had a nice subtle sweetness that I've absolutely grown to love and appreciate. I appreciate the different style of fougere that this is a natural run-of-the-mill style of fougere. It is it's kind of a earthy kind of fougere, man. Oh, it is beautiful, guys. I am talking about from the house of Nishane. This is B-612. Man, look at the dent in this, guys. This is one that I've really grown to love. Oh, I love the smell of this, man. It is so classy and just grown-up vibes, man. If you love a fougere and you have not tried Nishane's take on their fougere, let me spray this on the other hand. Man, I love the oak moss in here, the cashmere and the tonka bean. Man, it is just beautiful. I mean, god dang. And it has a subtle sweetness to it. Man, this is a beautiful fougere. This is a beautiful take on a modern fougere, guys. Over time, this will always be a classic. Fougeres will always be a classic. They'll never go out of style. Any style of fougere you can still wear today, honestly. It probably just seem a little bit more mature, the older style fougeres, but a fougere is kind of like a polo shirt. It will just never go out of style, guys. It will always be in style. And this is one that you definitely should check out from one of my favorite houses, from the house of Nishane. You gotta try B-612. So guys, that is going to wrap it up for today's video, man. Hey, always, it is fun. It is great to be back, as always, guys. And I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. I mean, since I've started doing YouTube, guys, I have met some phenomenal people. Just to name a few: Danielle, Jim, Jason, Cedric, and even Ross. It is just so many people. I shouldn't have said names because I don't want to leave anybody out. You know, so Joel, Spence, John, Dane. It is just so many people, man. So many great people. And I really do appreciate it, man. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. You guys make this journey so much more fun. You don't even know. You don't even know. But yeah, guys, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and check out. I just want to say peace and blessings to each and every one of you guys. Until next time, peace.